This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Bert! What? I'm a prostitute robot from the future.
Welcome to this week's episode of We Divided by Zero, the only podcast that punched Chuck Norris in the face and lived to tell the tale. I'm Will.
And I'm D.
How you going, man?
Good. Punch Chuck Norris in the face. Have you seen the latest Expendables movie?
I have indeed,
2?
actually. I saw that last weekend.
How bad is Norris in that?
It's so bad, it's good.
He tells that it's not good. The lone wolf, and then every time Norris shows up on screen, they play that that Western music.
Yeah. And then he tells one of his Chuck Norris facts. That's the best part. Got bitten by a rattlesnake, and after 5 agonizing days of pain, the rattlesnake died.
Oh, for fuck's
No, that's real good. I'm real happy with that.
Are you now? Fair
enough.
Yeah,
it was a good movie. It was a good, and then the whole Bruce Willis and Arnold Schwarzenegger a little bit, where he's like, "I'll be back. You've been back. It's my turn. I'll be back."
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay.
God.
It was good.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
So I also saw the new James Bond finally. Went and saw Skyfall.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Did you wear your Tag Heuer and drive a... Does he wear a tag? Is that what it is?
Omega.
Omega,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Tag Heuer is about 1/10 of what an Omega's worth. Come on.
Oh, I don't know.
Get with your money. Come on, where's your money?
Yeah.
Where's your rich... where's your materialism? Because I am
My
a material
materialism.
girl living in a material world. Or guy, as the case may be. So, so the new James Bond. So the ending was a little bit of a surprise.
What happens?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, come on.
Good, because I hate...
spoiler
and
alert.
anyone listening, I hate it actually... Before I jump into this, is when people get really shitty about spoilers. People are like, they read things or hear podcasts and like, oh, you didn't tell me you were going to do a spoiler. Fuck off. When the new Batman movie came out, I made sure I avoided all internet-related bat stuff. I actually even removed the B from my keyboard just in case. I pulled out my Batarang, ripped out the B from my keyboard and the A and the T, and that way just in case,
Right. Threw all the cricket bats out in your house?
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah, that's right. So, bad fucking luck. We're going to do spoilers on this show. Deal with it. Please don't switch off, though.
But
go on.
if you don't want to hear a spoiler, go out and watch the fucking movie. What are you doing sitting on your computer complaining about spoilers?
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. So they actually, this is what I loved about James Bond was they kill off Judi Dench.
Oh,
okay. M gets killed right at the end. And it's basically at the start of the movie, this list of agents has been leaked out. And so, a couple of undercover agents get killed. And the whole part of the whole premise of the movie is for James Bond to recover this list of agents who are undercover.
Okay.
A little bit of a Mission Impossible 1 ripoff, the knock list. But anyway, it was still a really good movie. But I thought just how... I don't know if it's just me, but like the sexist nature of this whole movie. It was kind of like, female M, you fucked up the MI6 because you were in charge. A list got out. Everything's just been shit since you've been here. It was kind of actually, what it was kind of like to me? It was kind of like they wrote the script and then a different script writer got it at the end and went, you know what? They've got this script up until the point of, okay, this is what's happened. And this other script writer's got the script and gone, you know what? Fuck her. I'm going to kill her and put a man in there. Because they put in the new M's a man. They just fucking, you know what? Fuck you, woman. It was kind of like Star Trek Voyager. This is what happens when you put a woman in charge of a starship. First episode, they get so lost, they can't even fly back to Earth. So, so I thought that was a little bit, and then what made it to me that they did that, that was kind of obvious was get rid of the woman M and put in a man. It was kind of like they compensated because they introduced a new Moneypenny, but she's black.
Oh.
So it's kind of like, oh no, we're not sexist because we've got a black Moneypenny. So it's kind of like throw in,
overcompensated.
Overcompensated. Yeah, not that I'm against any of that sort of stuff. I'm just, to me, it was kind of like, kill off. Because I thought it was awesome when the new Bond, when the Pierce Brosnan took over and they made M a woman.
Yeah.
And Judi Dench was awesome in it. She really did have balls. And now they've killed her off, and it's but they've got what's his name? Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes is the new M. So
right,
yeah, he was pretty good.
Voldemort.
So, Voldemort. Yeah, Voldemort's the new M. So
Right,
yeah, but it was excellent. It was a really good movie. Really, yeah. It was a real nice subtle relaunch of the franchise too, I thought.
Okay.
Kind of like, instead of just going, here's a new movie, we've redone it, just forget the old ones. You get a movie that actually transitions you through to this sort of relaunched Bond. They've got a new Q, a new M, and a new Moneypenny, and they literally take the whole movie to get to that point. So yeah.
Right, so they found a way to ease the old Bond out and bring the new one in a whole new film, in one film.
New style of Bond, yeah, because you've got a new Q. They've brought in a new Q, and it's a genius kid, so he's not going to get old and die. They killed off Judy.
Is it JGL?
Who's JGL? Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. No, it wasn't directed by Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
It's not a Nolan film, so we don't have old Iwart and JGL in it. So the new James Bond, really good. Skyfall was too enthusiastic.
A lot of product placement?
Only if you buy Aston Martins. No, it wasn't as bad as the other ones with product placement. I didn't really notice it, so...
Yeah, because what was it? I think it was... I don't remember which one, but it might have been either Pierce Brosnan's last one. I'm not a massive Bond geek. It was either Brosnan's last one or Daniel Craig's first one, but there was so much product placement, it wasn't funny, like from the phones they use and the watches and the cars and,
Actually, well, there was actually, just now thinking about it in retrospect, I think VW, the Volkswagen Beetles got a bit of a play in it. They get crushed by an excavator, but yeah, they certainly got a mention and a good look in.
Well, here's the thing to notice about product placement is, I'll tell you who's a bad one for it, is Toyota Prius. If you watch a show where there's a Prius in it, like those hybrid cars, just listen to the dialogue, because I guarantee you at some point they'll bring up that the car's a Prius. They'll make sure they'll say it.
They'll say...
I guarantee it. Yeah, they'll be like I saw a movie the other day where a cop pulled over a chick in a Prius, and she pulled her over and she's like, do you know you were speeding? And she goes, how could I be speeding in my Toyota Prius? It's a hybrid Toyota Prius. It was fucking terrible.
The cop should have beat her with her own smugness.
Yeah.
I'm issuing you a smug ticket for being a...
Smug ticket.
Smugness,
Okay, so you recommend the film?
Good. Yeah, but it was awesome. Yeah, I mean, it was a sad... I think maybe as well, like maybe killing off M and Judi Dench, apart from a relaunch, is, Judi Dench is certainly not getting any younger. She's no spry chicken, so...
but she can act the fuck out of anything.
Oh, yeah, no, she's great. No disagreement there, so... Other big news this week, there was an announcement: George Lucas is engaged.
What?
Now I've got to pose this question.
Jar Jar.
No, he's not engaged to Jar Jar Binks. Here's my question: if you're the person, you would not take that gig if you're a wedding video, or would you? You're not going to take that gig, because I've just got this image of, right, it's day one of the honeymoon, and the wife's like, George, come to bed, and he's like, hang on. I'm not saying I do first. I'm re-editing our wedding video. And there's George Lucas doing a special edition cut, and he's superimposed young Hayden Christensen over his bride glowing. And at the end of the friggin' the end of the ceremony, the priest goes, "I now pronounce you husband and wife." No. And some rancor or Dewback makes a groan in the background. So I reckon there'll be like six. Yeah, go on.
Go through every guest in the reception and make sure that their eyes are blinking, and if not, make their eyes blink.
That's it. That wedding video will just come out in 6 different editions, special editions, and the original one will be lost forever, never to be released.
Yeah.
So, that's...
And then the Christmas special wedding edition with 20 minutes of however a fuck a Wookiee sounds.
So that was the first thing I thought about when I heard Lucas was engaged. It wasn't. I didn't even pay any attention to who it was to. I was just thinking, that wedding video is just going to get edited and re-edited.
Did you pay attention to who it was to, though? Because here's my question
No,
is,
I didn't know.
he just signed a $4 billion deal with Disney, and then all of a sudden someone with tits wants to marry him? Hang on a second.
Yeah, what's the expression? True love? No, wait, what is it? Oh, gold digger. That's what I'm looking for. Gold digger.
And you're
Fuck,
how
for
old,
$4
George?
billion, I'd marry him. I'll put on the Leia bikini.
Yeah, that's right.
$4 million bucks, I'll climb
Isn't
under
that
his
going to be a
sweaty
weird
jabber bitch
consummation?
tits.
What's that, sorry?
I said for $4 billion, I'll climb underneath his sweaty jabber bitch tits.
Under the turkey neck.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, so what's been going on for you?
Nothing much. New Year's in, of course. So
yes, Happy New Year, yes.
I wanted to ask you if you made New Year's resolutions.
Yeah. Of course
What
I
are
did.
they?
To break my New Year's resolution in 5 seconds, like every other fucking idiot.
Well-
I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to not sleep with my boss's dog. All the ones you do and you break.
Yeah. Well, I decided not to make a New Year's resolution this year. I'm going to make a New Year's reparation.
Right.
I want to do this on air, and I'm going to throw back. Now, you'll have to cast your mind back.
Okay.
So I want to make a New Year's apology.
A New Year's apology. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Now,
apologise
I've
for
been
the
carrying this
year
with
previously.
me for a while.
Okay,
I've been carrying
yes.
this with me for a while.
All right.
So, I don't know if you remember, but when I was maybe, 14 or 15 or something, you were driving me home from somewhere, maybe the train station or something. You must have been 17 or 18 at the time.
Right.
We're speeding down the road, and there's a chick walking along the road. Do you remember
No,
this?
I
You
think I know where you're
You
going.
remember
I
this?
think I know where you're going. Are you still feeling guilty about this?
I stuck my head. I don't even know what possessed me to do this. Stuck my head out the window, and I've gone, roar, roar, roar.
Yeah, I remember very clearly.
And
Because
you're
I
like,
remember
"That's
after you
terrible."
did it, we were laughing hysterically, but then me being the twisted fuck, so I'm the one who actually owes you an apology. I was like teasing the
Right.
fuck you going, dude, that girl's going to go home and kill herself.
Exactly
And you
right.
got so
exactly
upset.
right. Yeah, exactly right. I think I've ruined her life. So this is an apology. So to
she's-
any woman out there that's a crack whore, right, because I've ruined her life, she's living in... Behind our house, there used to be this creek that ran between the suburbs. It was called 4 Mile Creek. And she's probably living there in, like, a sleeping bag, giving out blowies for, like, crystal meth. And not that good like Hollywood crystal meth that Chappelle's like hooking into. Like, this is some nasty shit. It's got
Right.
rocks in it and shit. Yeah.
All right. So
Well,
you wish
first of all-
you want to apologize for barking at a girl and and hurting her self-esteem.
Yeah, and ruining her life.
Yeah.
So any crack whores out there, I don't know how she's getting internet in her shanty town in the back of a creek, but I'm sure she is.
All right.
If she was ever a high class prostitute and in an establishment, if this is you, if you're a crack whore now and you're ever a high class prostitute in an establishment,
All right.
and before
Yes.
that you might have been a stripper at some strip club in a high end strip club, and
You've
before
put a lot
that
of
you
thought
were
into
an
this. You've given her a
aspiring
rich
actor.
backstory.
Exactly. She's an aspiring actor that wanted to get into film but just couldn't quite make it. And then maybe before that she was like a philosophy psychology major at a university or something. And before that she was wandering down the street on a sunny afternoon and some douchebag stuck his head out the window and barked at you. I apologise. That's my New Year's formal apology.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. So I'm very sorry.
Very okay. Well, I don't think I'll get in on this wagon because if I have to apologise for shit I've done, I'll be here a while. We've only got so long.
Right,
Oh,
okay.
dear.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Actually, I've got it.
I was thinking about it the other day.
Yeah, go on.
I was just saying, I was thinking about that the other day, New Year's resolutions. So what about New Year's reparations? I don't know. But anyway.
Very good. Well, yes, yes, so to the girl who got barked at, it seems like Dee's offered his heartfelt apology, and I hope you're still alive and feel good about yourself now.
Yeah, send me a tweet. Look, if you can prove that you got barked at on the street somehow, I don't know, you'll have to send me like an old, like busted up crack pipe or something. That's the only way I'll believe it's you. I don't know, I'll give you a free t-shirt or something. Actually, no, fuck the t-shirt. Shut up. I don't care.
You fat ugly bitch.
I'm over it. Yeah.
Oh.
I apologise.
You were feeling bad, and I just ruined it for you.
I was close. All right. Well, I'll apologise again next year.
All right,
Sorry
try
about
again
that.
next year.
Yeah.
See, this is why these New Year's resolution things or reparations don't work.
It lasted all of 2 minutes.
Oh dear, very good. So
Yeah.
so let me talk about something else if I can.
Yeah, of course.
I want to talk about this little phenomenon my wife has started. Basically, what happens is we'll be out somewhere and something will have to happen later on. I'll give you an example. Say a bill needs to be paid, right? So we'll be out somewhere and she'll say to me, later on, can you remind me to pay that bill? Now, when I don't remind her and then much later on, or when we get a reminder notice, she remembers, or she's like, I'm the one who gets in trouble. You didn't remind me. I told you to remind me. How?
Yeah.
If something is your assigned task, how is it that you can just get out a free jail card by going, you've got to remind me later? Has this ever happened to you?
Yeah. Yeah, apparently that relinquishes your responsibility for it.
Yeah,
So
and then
you've
if you
got to
turn
say
around... Go on,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, all you've got to say is remind me later, and that's it. That's it, you know?
Yeah, and
Luke, remind me later to tell you something about your father that, I told you was dead.
Yeah,
you know?
and then it apparently all blames...
Yeah.
And you can't turn around and say... you can't turn around then and say, remind me later to remind you. No, it's like 2-year-old. No, girls' jabs, no returns. You can't... So I figured out the solution. I figured out the solution. So my wife will say, remind me later to... I don't know. Remind me later to put ice in the ice machine. Put water in the ice machine, okay? I basically
You've got an ice machine?
Yeah. I'm cool. I will say to her, right, 10 seconds later, I'll turn around and say, by the way, don't forget you've got to put water in the ice machine.
Oh, and hang on a second. Wait.
It's later.
Hang on a second. Yeah, but how much later? Is there not an agreed period of time?
No, this is my current combat tool to it. I just wait 10 seconds to a minute, sometimes 5 minutes. And I'll just say, I said, by the way, don't forget, later on you've got to do that thing. I reminded you.
Right.
Ha!
Right. And what does she say?
That doesn't count.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
So so basically, no matter what you do, it's your fault when the bill doesn't get paid. That's it. It's all over for you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think there needs to be some rules in place. I think it depends on how far away the bill is, like how many weeks it is until it gets paid, and there needs to be some sort of agreed period between the remind me and the reminder.
Yeah, that's awful complicated.
It's a tough one.
I just think you shouldn't just be able to pass the reminder buck so easily.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what would happen. I don't know what would happen if I tried something like if I say to her, if I was to say to her, remind me later that we're doing anal. Like, I just don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to go,
it's a one-way
damn.
Street. Yeah.
But here's one. Remind me tomorrow I have to go to work. And then you can be sitting on your couch scratching your nuts eating Doritos. And when you get fired, right, when you get sacked from your job, you didn't remind me to go to work.
Maybe we could try that with your boss.
I asked you to remind me to go to work. What's that?
Maybe we could try that with your boss.
Remind me I have to show up for work. Oh, it's gold.
It's gold. All right. So everyone this week, on Friday next week, I want everyone to go to their respective bosses and say, catch you later, boss. Have a good weekend. By the way, can you ring me Sunday and remind me to come in on Monday?
Yep. And we're saying they don't have to show up if they don't get the reminder.
Well, you've informed your boss to remind you. They're the boss. If they don't remind you, it's on them.
Yeah, and I'm saying this podcast takes no responsibility for anyone that gets sacked from their job.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't even feed myself, let alone pay half of Australia's wages.
Well,
so,
there you go. So,
yeah.
yes. What else has been happening? Anything?
No, nothing much.
Nothing much?
No. I wish I had something, but I got nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Jesus.
Very good. Very good.
Boring
All right.
as all fuck. What's going on with you?
I kind of went through all my things. I have nothing else.
No, that wasn't enough.
That wasn't enough.
Entertain
Come
me.
on. Entertain me. Entertain the world. This is a podcast, damn it. Entertain people.
Well, I was thinking before about
You're
movies, and I
beautiful.
was thinking about. I wasn't thinking
And I
about
don't
James Blunt.
know
What are you
what
thinking
to-
about?
Oh, Idol. Sorry. I'm just doing a throwback to last week's episode.
Oh, okay, I see. Of course. Sorry, I got to keep
go
with
on.
it. I was thinking about Braveheart. Do you remember? How much do you remember the movie Braveheart?
Quite a bit.
Okay, this is what I want to know. Right, you know the bit when the knight takes his right to prima nocta and fucks that dude's wife, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Why the fuck? And old Scarface and William Wallace is like, yeah, off you go, fuck her. But then as soon as his wife gets her hands laid on her, it's all out war.
Yeah.
Yeah, like old Scarface gets his wife taken off her. He's got scars on his face. He gets his wife taken
Thanks.
off her, and William Wallace is like, "Oh, sorry, he's got scars on his face."
Yeah.
And the guys in the village are like, "Come on, we got to go have a meeting." And William Wallace is like, "No, I'd like to think about it for a while. I'm going to sit on this one. I'm going to see what happens."
Yeah.
But then as soon as his wife gets touched, it's all on fucking Scotland and freedom and all that sort of shit. So,
He's a bit of a hypocrite.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bastard. And old Scarface went to battle for him too.
Yeah. Old
But
William
anyway,
Wallace.
that's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
Very
But
good.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we might as well wrap it up there. So before we do, let's do as we always do and check in with our good friend Seth for our Is Seth Famous segment. So still got to make up a little intro. I really would like a little intro for that. Maybe we could get
Have we
Seth
got
to make
theme
his
music?
own. Maybe we could say to Seth, come up with your own little intro. See if we can get Tabuscus to do it. Ooh, sorry, I'm only kidding, buddy. I'm only kidding, Seth. All right, let's have a look. Seth Hendricks. Okay, so last week we were at, I think it was, I didn't write it down again. I think it was
6193 maybe?
Okay, we're up to 6,342 subscribers. So he's got a little bit of a jump. Now, his latest video is called Crazy Cats and Babies.
Right.
Now, if you remember, did you see the film with Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen? What's it called? The one where Adam Sandler is supposedly dying. Funny People?
Funny People, yeah.
Do you remember a bit in there where Jonah Hill is on YouTube and he's basically explained to Seth Rogen that that's how he's getting his comedy, that's how he's getting out there. He's making a cat video on YouTube and then linking it to his...
Yes.
I wonder if Seth's done that, because this week we've got Crazy Cats and Babies. So we'll have to check that out. I'll check that out and we'll talk about that next week. Videos, a bit of a drop this week. He's not even cracking the 1,000 on most of them. So yeah, poor Sethy. All right, well we'll check in with we'll check in again next week on Is Seth Famous, and I'll talk about Crazy Cats and see what he's got going on there.
On his playlist here, he's got people I met in person, and he's got Toby Turner as one of his things.
Yeah.
And Toby Turner's got 2,836,000 subscribers, so got a bit of way to go there, Seth.
Yes. So you'd think, it's interesting, isn't it? You would have thought just by association he'd at least crack around the 10,000 mark. So yeah, interesting.
Apparently not.
All right. Well, that must be it for this week. What do you got going on the week? Anything?
I am working for the man this week.
Yep.
I'm hitting back the float tanks next week, so I haven't really got those edited yet, but I know I promised a couple of weeks ago that I would start to put the float tank Chronicles up onto
Yeah.
the iTunes, but that will happen eventually. I think I'm probably just going to cut it down to maybe a 6 or 10 episode series or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll get that ready. So yeah, back in the flow.
All right.
Take
Well,
it about you.
I found one because I've just moved here, obviously. So I found one. So I'll try and hit that up during the week, or at least before next weekend, so I can give my
Awesome.
first time impressions of giving this a go.
Lovely.
So I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, I've jerked off before, so I don't think it's going to be anything.
Oh my god!
They had to do it.
There's going to be a photo of you in this place. Do not admit this guy who jerks
my
off in
photo's
tanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. Actually, I came across a website just before we wrap up. I came across a website the other day, and it was basically a blog or a collection. And what you do is, you know how people leave other people that they don't know notes? So, like, if you park in someone's spot, someone will leave you like a douchebag note on your windscreen, or you steal someone's lunch and they leave a douchebag note in the fridge, you know, to the asshole who stole my apple, I rubbed it on my ass, you know?
Yeah.
There's a site that basically is a collection. People take photos of these notes they see and signs and upload them.
Ah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, actually.
What's the site called?
You put me on the spot now. I was just remembered it just now. It just popped into my head. Have you ever received a douchebag note?
No, because I've never stolen someone's lunch.
No, you haven't stolen someone's lunch yet. Or have you?
No.
Have you written a note then?
Only once I wrote a note, but it wasn't a douchebag note. It was a note in apology because I hit someone in my car.
Right.
And I left them a.
Did you do it?
Note.
Did you do the one? Sorry, I hit your car, and not leave any details.
Yeah. Here's
sorry.
7 of my 8 numbers in my phone number. Guess the missing number.
Yeah.
Let's make a game of it.
Phone call. Yeah, 1 in 10 chance. Oh dear. Yeah. I wrote a note.
Imagine
once.
that as a douchebag note, though. Why'd you park your fucking car there? I had to hit it.
Yeah. Oh dear. Very good. All right. Well,
What was your
I'll find out.
douchebag note?
I'll tell you what. I'll find out what that site is, and I'll put a link in the description of this episode on the blog. So check out our blog for that, and you can see what the address of this site is.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right.
Sounds good.
Well,
No worries.
yeah, just coming up to the old half an hour mark, so I think we'll call it time there. Have a good week, everyone. Until next week. I'm
Lovely.
Will.
I'm D.
Catch you next week.
See ya.